Real life. Real stories. Let's see what's trending in Indianapolis. This is Poteet on The Edge.
No. Oh, stop. Whoa, that was like 3D.
That was aggressive.
That was aggressive.
It was.
Sorry, I got to stop lifting so often.
How much coffee do you have right now, Paul?
I've had a bunch today.
Is that all you've had?
Well, that was last night, but I think it's all passed by now, hasn't it?
We don't know.
No, I mean, pass through. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Pass through my system, please.
Oh, my Lord. I don't know where to go with that. There was so too many forks in the road there.
I don't know. Hi, Paul.
Paul, how you doing, sir?
I'm fine. How are you? I wasn't trying to be too medical there. What's new in Edge Media Land?
Oh, we're bringing on a few new podcasts, and we're doing some live streams with produce moms coming up here soon. That's going to be cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We're having a good time here at the studio.
The studio is always busy, and I'm always busy trying to find you some things from right on the end of, right down here, right on the.
It's over here, not there.
Yeah, not that's too far over because that's out of the frame.
Right.
And I'm a video professional, so I know that. But didn't we have that story the other week, or maybe it was just last week, about the app that makes turns your smartphone into like an Instamatic camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure did. People with too much time on their hands actually wanting to destroy the quality of the camera into some sort of fuzzy Instagram filter.
Exactly. Yeah. You take a picture and they make it look like an old Kodak cheapy camera, and then you have to wait a few days to see your picture because you're waiting for it to develop. Well, now take that and move it beyond an app and just apply it to an entire phone. Ladies and gentlemen, story number one: a dumb phone.
Okay.
Or, as we used to call it in the 90s, a phone.
A phone.
Samsung doesn't want you to give up making calls. That would be a ridiculous business model, wouldn't it? And I'd like to stop you from watching TV and listening to the radio and going online. Samsung does want to give you an option if, like, you want your kids to ignore social media. The tech company has a phone called Galaxy J2 Pro. It's just like one of their high-end smartphones, but it doesn't connect to the internet.
I love it. I want to buy 4.
I was going to say, how many kids do you have again?
I've got 4, and I want to dumb them down. I mean, I want to protect them from the challenges of the internet. How about that?
For now, it's only available. Yeah, those are challenges. It's only available in Korea for now, and is being sold for the moment at $186, which I would think is much lower than a price for an internet-enabled.
Doesn't do anything.
Nope, doesn't do. It makes calls.
It makes phone calls. This phone.
Interesting.
yeah, interesting. Let's see if that catches on or not. So,
oh my gosh, this is the parents' dream come true.
It has a 5-inch QHD super blah, 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 blah display. Whatever. I don't even know what that means.
Right.
Quad-core processor. I think I have computers in here like that I edit video on that don't even have that, but that's my problem. A quad-core processor.
Right.
Gig and a half of RAM and a slot for a micro SD card. 5-megapixel front-facing camera, 8-megapixel camera. So you can take pictures still and make calls on the phone. You just, you'll have to wait something with it later on, transfer it to a computer.
Right.
So that could free up a lot of worry for parents and for a lot of
I honestly see this as a huge need for parents that, I mean, literally, if you go to a restaurant and you see a bunch of kids at a restaurant, they're not talking, they're at their screens. And they're literally texting each other, not looking up at each other.
Because they're texting each other about you all.
Look at the old guys that just pulled in.
Could you still text with that then?
Yeah, they can send messages.
They can send messages. You just can't get online.
And they can use apps that don't require the web to function. Fantastic.
What are those?
Flappy Bird. I don't know. Candy Crush.
But of course, you'd have to, download them?
Eventually, yeah. You get them from, you probably tether yourself to internet connection, and then I actually like it, and I'm in this business, so why in the world would I even be supporting this?
Well, again, the market
It's for the kids.
He's made all the money he needs to make.
You're right.
From here on out, yeah, it's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
From here on, I could see that. I could see a market for that. I'm definitely with you on that. Well, actually, it says, did you see on the story? It says students and seniors. I don't know that I'm ready for that yet, but I can see like older people who they're not going to use it. Why? If you could get a cheaper phone, and you're not really going to want the internet on your phone.
Actually, there's an entire series of phones out there that are called light phones, which is literally they have no internet connectivity. It's just a phone application for people that don't want to be distracted when they're jogging or working out. I mean, it utilizes the same number, so it just kind of piggybacks on the SIM card that you've got. It's basically just a phone. This is the same thing. So you're seeing a pendulum swing because we're so bloody distracted. I mean, there's so much.
It's just like a plain old phone.
I want to go back to the bag phones, right?
Oh my gosh, I loved my bag phone. It felt so glamorous.
What?
You've never seen a bag phone?
No, I think that was before me.
It was the first mobile phone, and it came with a battery that was this big.
No, this is before my time.
Now it's huge, and I mean, you had to sling it over your shoulder in a bag. It was.
If you had it in your car, like I did, usually you'd have like, what was it? One thing that was going into the cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
Or what we used to call the cigarette lighter. And then one would go into and then that would power up the phone. Oh, there you go.
There's a bag phone right there. Thank you, Tom.
Huh.
Look at that thing.
Yeah,
oh, the
I've never
memories.
seen that
Oh my gosh, I know.
And that was the sleek model too.
in my life. Bag phones?
That is, and you had to have all these different connections because you needed a battery
Look at that battery.
for it, or you could use there's the little plug that goes into the cigarette lighter, and wasn't there like an antenna? Then you'd have to put also like it was a suction cup thing, so you'd moisten the do one of these, put that like roll down your window and put it on top of your car. And it worked. It
absolutely did. And it was a status symbol at the time.
Look at me. I've got a bag phone.
I can talk while I'm driving. I mean, that was a huge thing.
I've never seen this in my life.
I'm already distracted, and you're not yet. Look at me. Yeah.
Oh, distract us with another story, Paul.
Yes, look how far we've come from the bag phones.
Come all the way up from the bag. We started at the bag. Now we're here. Okay. Does it really all matter, though, guys? Because the world is going to end within a week. So I don't know what kind of phone. Who cares what kind of phone? I love the stock image that they use for this.
Now, hold on. This is a day after my birthday.
Oh, Aaron, I'm so happy and sorry for you.
Oh, my Lord. Okay.
If the world's going to end, I want it to end a day before I get a year older.
I'm saying.
Or on your birthday would be pretty cool, too.
I guess so.
Oddly enough, my birthday, it was named Earth Day the day I was born. Born. I was born. Jason born.
That's because they didn't make it to the hospital in time. You were born like in the mud, or right over there, that ditch.
Yeah.
Just that. Yeah, the death planets are going to line up supposedly April 23rd. Conspiracy theorists say that when the sun...
Did you say death planets?
Death planets.
Okay.
So-called death planets.
All right.
Sun, Moon, and Jupiter will all be in Virgo. And supposedly, and I forgot to run this past my pastor last Saturday night when I was at church, but supposedly that matches up with a verse in Revelations. And so JC is going to use that as the grand re-entry point.
All righty then.
Silly you paying your taxes.
Exactly. Hopefully, I mean, maybe they can extend it out a little bit further.
Maybe God will be like the IRS.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
By a day. You get an extra day.
All of a sudden, there's a bright light up above, and you hear him say, "Never mind, we're not ready yet. We don't have all the intakes and all the processing done yet. You all get another day."
Gosh, what I would do with that day.
That would be a heck, if you will, a heck of a day.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it?
That would, and you'd probably be very scary because
it would be
watch the lanes.
It would be a good time.
The Brittany comet.
It would be a good time.
I would just burn it all up
in one day. Wow.
That's why it's probably best that we don't know, or not to contradict group here, but in my personal opinion, you might not want to bank on that. You might want to go ahead and pay your Amex.
If that was the day, I would absolutely eat a tarantula burger.
Oh, sickening.
Now look at this. This is story number 3. This is one of the most disgusting things that I've brought to you in some time. This is apparently Exotic Meat Month, which I did not know.
I knew that.
Oh, no.
Wow, look at that.
Oh.
They're not even trying to hide it. The fact that it's in its form there. This is the Bull City, aptly named Burger and Brewery in North Carolina, and they do Exotic Meat Month every year for the last 6 years. This year, tarantula. The dish consists of a pasture-raised beef patty, cheese, spicy chili sauce, and an oven-roasted tarantula.
With a little bit of chipotle on there.
I don't like looking at that. Why wouldn't you try and blend it or mix it?
Because you want a little bit of fur between your teeth.
Oh. Gag reflex.
They are. I have had one once on the palm of my hand for a thing at the Indianapolis Zoo, and it was disgusting. I recall that my hands were actually shaking on the TV because, of course, they went in and had a close up of it. And the other thing I remember is it was like heavy.
Gross. Yuck. I gotta go.
It's a very dense meat.
I mean, it wasn't like your typical spider on your. It was like I'm sorry. I went out of the shot just about the time I was going to.
No,
Baxter, hi.
It wasn't quite, Baxter weight, but it was, it was something that you could feel.
That's disgusting.
On your hand. Oh, it was.
But if you break the legs off, they're really good. It's kind of like lobster.
Has anyone ever,
You're really grossing me out.
Yeah, right. It's like, well, that's the thing. You raise a really good point. I mean, that is disgusting to look at. But if you're an alien and you've never seen or never been told before,
right?
People love lobster. Look at that thing that we're eating.
That's right.
I don't eat those either. So there we have it. Anything that looks like you crack it off and then nope.
A little bit of calamari. I mean,
I'll have it with, like butter, and I don't, I'll have it to the point where you can't taste it, and then I think it tastes great.
More butter than anything else.
Yeah, but it's just like,
same thing with tarantulas. I mean, with a nice Cajun spice. I mean, it's fantastic.
I don't believe you would eat it.
Did I ever tell you about the Madagascar hissing cockroach?
That's different. That's different.
That's creamy.
It's different.
The what's creamy?
The Madagascar hissing cockroach that I ate.
Oh.
There's a YouTube video on Pack 107, Aaron Sparks. You can actually see us in all of our glory eating that
disgusting.
Years ago.
That's disgusting, but that's not tarantula disgusting.
Did it hiss when it got into your...
It did. And it was really good going down, but crawling back up, it was...
Oh.
You really want me to vomit today?
Not really. No. We don't want that on the carpet.
Strangle on that. Because it is true. We're just not used to seeing tarantulas, all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, tarantula on a sesame seed.
How much hair do you want on your
Oh,
burger?
my God.
All right. Wow.
Those are the stories we found for you this time around. On the edge.
So with that, we really appreciate those stories. It's great for our audience to be able to have their midday disrupted like that. What's in the agenda for our weather coming up? Because we've been bouncing all over the place.
Look at this. It's the most boring weather weekend in a month.
Good job, Paul.
You finally did it.
I know everyone is excited about that. I mean, it's either been like last weekend, it was still kind of mild on Saturday, and then the world.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Was,
One more. I'm sorry, I missed it. One more time.
I do that thing with my lips.
Wow.
Oh my God, let's do this to him all day.
He can't do it. He just can't do it again.
Okay, one time was enough.
That's what happened to the temperatures last Sunday? Just like that.
Wow. So completely boring.
For the Jetsons, when their car would go through space, was the exact same noise that.
Now he's really enjoying it. Look at him.
Temperatures last week dived after being mild on Saturday, but it's nice and steady this weekend. Close to normal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the normal high is like 65 this time of year. So we'll be back to normal next week. But look at that. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Beautiful. I love it so much.
Way through, not as warm as, you know, obviously it should be or could be this time of year, but, you know, above freezing. There's no snow. There's no rain. Well, last Saturday was just Sunday.
That was nasty.
I, you know, did some tax stuff and, you know, cleaning out and organizing stuff last Sunday, and that rain all day. I mean, I was thinking this is the perfect day to be doing your taxes. And we may stay in the actual 60s all next week. So there's some good news.
Could we consider this the new normal? Like, is this actually going to do this now?
This is not no. My in-laws who live up in Wisconsin, that's where Mrs. Poteet is from. I forget. My brother-in-law had like 22 or so inches of snow in Green Bay.
Yes.
That's the second biggest snow that they've ever had. And they get a lot of snow there, but you know, even for them, that's a lot of snow. And it's April.
Yeah, the mother-in-law had, I think she said 22 inches. Like, it was a lot of snow. She just got pummeled.
So, I doubt that it's the new normal, but what a weird year this has been.
But is it going to be spring now? Are we done?
I did not see any big cold behind. I mean, like, you know, nothing, no more snow.
Okay.
After, we do have a chance of seeing, we're going to get some showers this afternoon and Wednesday evening if you're watching our initial live stream. And then there may be some snow showers late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, but maybe that's it.
I just want to see another snowflake on
Stop.
the 7 day. I just like to see a reaction.
Why?
Because it's
Other things make me react that way too. Let's not bring snow into it.
like tarantulas.
Yes.
A tarantula snowflake would be fantastic.
I'm crossing like every tarantula, you know, limb that I might have. You know, I'm pro spring, pro summer, as you know. I'm anti. So that's just me.
All right. Well, we thank you so much, Paul, and we certainly want our audience to know where to find you in all of your different consumption patterns. So.
Include spiders.
So paulpoteet.com, you can certainly find him there and in all the different areas that he's broadcasting, especially on Twitter. So at Paul Poteet, right?
Paul Poteet, one new thing this last couple of weeks is on WFYI. If you haven't checked it out yet, Tuesday evening, 7:30, Boomer TV, the magazine show. And maybe someday we'll do exotic foods on there, although I don't know if...
Can the tarantula show up there?
Ugh.
If we slipped in a little picture of a tarantula, I'm not sure the WFYI would
Just
be...
lower left-hand corner. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Excellent, Paul. Well, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, and we'll be looking at what you're doing out there and talking to you soon.
All right. See you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.